Hey team, Katie here from Equestrian Movement, and I'm going to do a little training today on a training that I did with April where I missed a lot of cues from April. So this is really normal. This is probably like my 5th training session together with her. So we aren't communicating clearly yet. So an example here is asking her to follow her target, and I should have stopped there. And I didn't, and she got confused and she stopped following the target. So I need to shorten the period of time that I'm following the target with. So this is really normal if you don't know the horse very well yet, if you're trying to figure each other out, if you're introducing new skills, if you're introducing a new task. There is plenty of room for getting it wrong, and having the connection and the relationship established helps to reduce the frustration, the angst, the worry, the nerves, the tension, all of the things that can go wrong when we're working with our horses, who are emotional creatures who react to our ask. So I wanted to show you a couple of the glaringly obvious things that I did wrong when I watch back the video. Just so that you guys can have heart that it's really normal to miss the cues and make mistakes, and that it really comes down to getting to know your horse and being able to communicate with each other clearly. So one of the other things that we got really wrong was when we introduced our multiple. So our lesson plan for this month is choice, and so I went out and got a bunch of fun training tools to use to create the option of choosing what pressure tools we'd use, what yielding tools away from tools we would use. So we've got a dressage whip, a feather duster cat toy, and another cat toy with a flamingo on it. So asking her to choose which one she wants, and I've asked her accidentally there to step into me by stepping away from her, and she then thinks that I am inviting her into me. So each time I go to put the tools out for her to communicate with which one she wants, I am taking a step back, because her comfort zone, her bubble, is quite close for me for what I'm used to. So this is a really normal problem that we can come across when we're working with our horses. I try to adjust that by stepping to the side so that I can keep the tools out in front without having her so close to me. And you can see where she's starting to get a little bit frustrated here with not knowing what to do and how to earn the treats. So April is one of those horses that she gave me a little nip there because she's starting to get frustrated about the treats. And then she's trying to reconnect here by fist pumping, our fist bump, because that's how we reconnect. And I'm doing the wrong thing here and asking her out of my space. She's trying to reconnect, but she's so lovely and sweet. If this had been the miscommunication with Fiddy, he would have got real stroppy with me. And so that's April's escalated, I want some love, I'm confused and lost. So her de-escalated version is touching my hand with her nose, the fist bump for connection, and then stepping over me and getting me to scratch under her neck is her escalated, show me some love, fill my emotional cup, I'm getting stressed by your ass. You can see we get those relaxation cues there. And now I forgot what I was talking about. So big old communication breakdown here with how uncomfortable I am with having her so close to me, and how comfortable she is with being in my bubble. And then a little bit of her getting frustrated about how to earn treats. Oh, that's what I say. So with April, I start her out with no treats, with just connection-based liberty, and with a bit of pressure if we're doing it in the halter, because she does still get overstimulated by treats. Once I lose her interest and start I lose her interest as the exercises get more challenging. So once I lose her interest as the exercises get more challenging, I bring the treats out to like just re-engage her and get a little bit more out of her. But you can see then I also lose her focus because she starts doing treat earning behaviors. So she's chosen the flamingo as her tool. So I'm going to start asking her to move away from it. And she is like, what the hell is that? What is it doing? I don't know what the right answer is. But keeping in mind that we understand the follow my feet, and I'm trying to cue that in from my movement there. But typically the horses aren't enjoying the ones with the dangles on the end. I don't think that they're particularly clear enough for them. So asking her to choose again, she's made a better choice this time. She's chosen something that's a little clearer and that she understands how to respond to. So we start firstly with stand, asking her to stand still, and then asking her to move away from. I do these trainings so much worse than I teach them. So when I am teaching them, I first ask for consent. First I ask for stand with relaxation, and then I ask for consent permission by asking them to target, and then I want them to stand with showing me relaxation cues for me running the whatever I'm using, whether it be the tip, the whip, or the other tools over their body. And then once they're standing with relaxation, then I ask them to move away from. In the moment, we can see that I just get caught up in the conversation and forget my training tools and my prerequisites. So, we all do it. So if in the moment you're, forgetting consent or forgetting stand with relaxation or forgetting connection or whatnot, don't beat yourself up too much. Just, we've got the questions at the end of the lesson plans as the tool for you to reflect on, so that the next time you go into the training session, you can say, oh, that was the thing that I missed. That was, the key. I forgot to do relaxation, or I forgot to do consent, or I forgot to do standstill. Like whatever it is, it's okay to get it wrong, reflect on it, and then try again. We don't have to do it perfectly. We just have to figure out how to communicate with each other. I have to do it perfectly. I need to pick up my socks on this one and do a better job of it. But it's definitely a lot easier being on the outside coaching than it is being on the inside training. So something to remember. This is why the videos are so good. So again, I've invited her into me by stepping back unconsciously, and that getting her into trouble for following me. So that will be sending her mixed messages and getting her confused. And again, I've stepped back to invite her in. And then we're asking for the away from with the shoulders by following the feet. So she understands the follow my feet at liberty. We're introducing tools for asking her to move away from. The next step for me with her is the in-hand work, and she ignores the whip pressure. So that's a horse that doesn't know how to respond to it, and I don't want to escalate the pressure to get the yes. I don't want to spook her into finding the right answer. So we're doing our whip our whip cues, our training tools with the whip, to teach her that it is a word and the word is move away from, so that I can get her to being able to accept the whip around her hindquarters, and so that I can get to being able to communicate forward from the whip at the hindquarters. So that one was an invitation in, and then this one is a stop, treat, earning behavior. So this is an invitation in, and this is a we're finished, stop, treat, earning behaviors. Because we're all getting in a bit of a kerfuffle at this stage now. But we can spend some time together. So you can see where she starts getting overstimulated, and she stops kind of focusing quite so much and frisking me for that treat. There is definitely more time needing to be spent with her than I have time to spend with her. But I'm just lucky that she's got such a sweet nature that and she's so intelligent, and she is not taking offense to anything that we're doing. So that's she's a really kind horse. So that makes a big difference when it comes to introducing the tools and not necessarily doing it perfectly as I would describe them in our lesson plans. So you can see now that I've started saying no more treat earning behaviors, that I'm losing her focus and her connection, and she's getting a little bit frustrated. So that's part of the process of developing emotional self-regulation. She's so cute though. My favorite kind of horse to work with. So fun to watch and look back on and see the mistakes. And this is why we do really recommend, if you can, it's just videoing it, because there's so much nuance to the quietness of our horse's body language that, when you're in the moment, you can't see it. And the things that aren't going right, sometimes, if you can watch back on it, they're very obvious. So for her, it was very obvious where I was losing her and confusing her and not being clear in my body language. And so that is just going to come with time and with practice and with getting to know each other better. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions. Bye.